Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were discussing or talking about Thirsty Thursday stories of the week, except we weren't really talking about the story at all. But now we have another story for you guys, and hopefully, we will stay on topic this time. Maybe.
I
We'll
can't
see.
promise anything.
We'll see where the wind takes us. Alrighty. So, I picked this one because it was they were in Portugal at the time, and I figured since Tate lives in Portugal, we'd have a Portugal
That's
story.
not that. I love me some Portugal. I must admit, love living here.
Alrighty. So it's my first lad's holiday ever, and I'm 17, and we've gone off to Portugal for the week. Now, us being poor young kids, we saw we could save about a tenner flying out on Thursday rather than Friday, so we did that, knowing full well we couldn't get into our room accommodation until the following day. We were cocky, though, and thought we could just stay out all night, maybe crash on the beach for fun or whatever. Anyway, skip to the night, we get in, and we go out on the lash, getting battered. My mate paid for our travel insurance, so everyone owed him €6, which he kept reminding us of. At some point in the night, I flicked my cigarette and it ended up in his beer, so now I owed him €6 and a beer. The night goes on, and we end up around 1 a.m. going to a shop and buying some more bottles of wine to go to a beach party. Headed down there, and 8 of the lads get in, but they won't let me and my mate in because we have glass bottles. They're all gone, so we're like, whatever. We'll just wander around Portugal and see what's going on. We stumble around drinking out wine, walk about 3 miles away from the beach, middle of absolute nowhere. Think about sleeping in a bus stop, but there were these mangy dogs out there. My mate started yelling at them, "Stupid dogs, this is my house, Kimosabi." And then this Dalmatian-looking dog starts walking and growling towards us, so we leg it. We eventually stumble across the villa resort of sorts, so we jump the fence to the pool and find a couple of deck chairs and snuggle on down to a nice sleep. Wake up an hour later to this lovely lady putting a duvet on us, whisper thank you while shivering my butt off. Awaken the next day feeling like absolute sugar honey iced tea, but who do we see coming over to us? Our mates we lost at the beach 3 miles away. Turns out they ended up walking around too and slept on the same deck chairs just across the pool from us. One lad comes up over completely naked, explaining that in his drunken logic, he thought the sprinklers might come on and he would be colder in his wet clothes than just his skivvies. So we're hanging out and dying, and then one mate just says, "Do you remember what you owe me?" And at this point, every one of us just yells €6 and a beer.
Okay. First thing I want to point out to you, Faith.
Yes.
Did you see how they wandered 3 miles from where they're supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
jumped the fence
Mm-hmm.
into another resort, passed out,
Mm-hmm.
and what did they do? They just somebody walked over and put a blanket on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's Portugal. That is Portugal. Okay, if you're in the US, you jump that fence, somebody may shoot you before you hit the
Somebody's gonna call the cops on you.
ground. Yes, or 5-0's coming to get you.
Yeah.
The GNR, first off, the GNR is the police here.
Mm-hmm.
They probably 11 o'clock, they're going home themselves. So they're not coming out. You don't even see, late at night, you don't even see the GNR at
Mm-hmm.
all. Zero. So that's one of the cool things about Portugal, because I think last year was the second safest country in the world. It's always one of the top 5 safest countries in the world. So there's not a lot of crime. They would stick out like sore thumbs because a lot of times when you see the partying going on, you don't even see a lot of really drunk people. That's just something you don't see. So
Mm-hmm.
these people probably saw them stumbling in and seeing them drunk, like, "Woo, that doesn't happen that often. Let me throw on a blanket on my man here." The naked guy running around. That one's a little interesting. You can see naked people on the beach, that'd be no problem there. But naked people running around a resort, that would get I would love to see that. I would love to see. I don't know what the hell people would react on that one. Just picturing this whole thing, I wish I was there. I hate to say this, you can tell they were Americans. Americans are loud.
Hmm.
Americans, you can spot us from a mile away, and if you're wrong, you're just a little wrong because the next thing you're gonna be like, "Are you American?" And they're gonna be like, "No, we're Canadians." But Americans are Canadians. They're just the same people now to me. They just should just combine American Canada together because when I look at them now, you can so tell they're Americans. Just like everyone, when I walk around my town, everyone knows it's Tate.
Hmm.
He's the American guy. Everyone knows we're very noticeable.
Hmm.
This is a funny story, but a great story because I could picture a lot of this going on. Only thing I would have loved to have known is they were talking about the beaches. So were they most likely in the Algarve because that's where I live. That's the area I'm in. That's in the south.
Mm,
So that's where it's a lot more summery.
I don't
I
know.
think these guys probably had a great time. Uh, I would probably ditch that dude that keep asking me for the $6. Listen, dude,
Listen,
if
he needs
you
that €6.
well, how many people is in this group? He's probably you think what you know what? I'm taking this back. Each person owes him $6, and let's say there's five guys. That's
It
$30.
says, and one of the part of the story, head down there and 8 of the lads get into the beach, but we don't. So there's 10. There's 10 people.
Oh hell no! You're talking about that's 6 times 8. No, that's a round trip ticket. Round that's you could fly to London and back on that one. That's a round trip ticket now plus some snacks.
Yeah.
I want my cheddar.
And my beer.
And the beer probably costs more than the flight would, probably. No, I like this story because I was just picturing a group of Americans running around Portugal.
Hmm.
They would stick out like a sore thumb, but they would have a blast. And I do understand. Think about that guy wanting his $6 because that would take you a long way in
Hmm.
Portugal. So I thought it was kind of a cool story. Give me what's
Yeah.
your take on it?
Sounds like a fun trip. Every time I read stories of people going to different countries and, having a good time and drinking a lot, they always somehow wind up like this a little bit, and so I think it's funny. Um, I have never done this. Anytime I have gone to a different country,
You never hear about the girl got drunk, passed out naked on a beach chair. It doesn't happen. Only us foolish guys do that
yeah,
stuff.
because one, women are smart, and two, drunk
A lot
women,
more dangerous running around
right?
pass on the beach chair would be a little more dangerous as a woman, I guess.
But
Yes.
drunk women take care of other women. That's why you normally won't see a woman going to the bar by herself. She's always with a friend or something like that. We always take care of each other because,
Guys
you
always
know.
hate the other girl.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like,
she's
yeah,
not going anywhere.
it's like, oh, we're hitting it off with Becky, and then Susie's like, no, Susie's not. Becky's going nowhere. She's with us tonight. It's like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, things are going well with
Now
us.
you get her
Nope,
number.
sorry.
You get her number.
Girls
Yeah.
are notorious for that.
It's because
And
we're taking care of each other. Make
it's
sure we're
always the
safe.
one guy that's like, dude, okay, you got to go hit on her friend because she is not letting Becky come home with us. So you got to go hit on her friend. But if the friend, if the friend can get some attention, then everybody can come hang out. But yes, look at Faith shaking her head.
It's because we take care of our friends and make sure everybody's safe. That's why.
But it is a good thing because girls need to, girls learn that there's strength in a pack. So
Mm-hmm.
it is smart. But
Yep.
for guys are always like, dang, her friend just all, CB in me. You understand that what I'm
Yes, I
saying?
get
So
that.
yeah, yeah.
I get it. Alrighty, guys. Well, with that, we are going to close out the show for the day. Thank you so much for tuning into the Andrew Tate Show presented by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow.
Fireball.
God.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to